man that can't be beat. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Jackson A crashing that crease. When he's on the ice, it's a red light feast. Orson's up high, ripping the point shot. Richards in front, tipping from the slot. The ice shakes, get out of your seat. Tyler weaving through the zone, what a feat. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Port Moody trembles with fear, Richmond hides when the Colts are near. Abbotsford turns and runs away, afraid what will happen if they stay. The Colts battle hard to defend their space as Mitchell tries to block a shot with his face. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Making saves so fine.
We are back with another set of Cloverdale Colts U18 A1 highlights, and tonight the Colts will be taking on the Langley Eagles in Langley at George Preston Rec Center. This game happening on January 8th. You see the Colts there in their alternate cream jerseys. Langley will be in dark jerseys at the other end of the rink. Their alternates as well, black with some brown highlights. This will actually be the fourth matchup of the season between these two teams, with Cloverdale having won all three of the previous games, 3-2, 5-2, and 4-1 the scores in those games. The Colts will be icing a mostly full lineup. Leo remains out with the injury in practice, so the Colts will be running 11 forwards and 6D. Nate's going to get the start in net with Sahaj backing up, and let's head to the first period action. We're going to start out with a play along the wall near the benches. Here you see Arjun come in, put that player into the board, and as the puck goes away, watch the player's going to give him a tiniest little shove, and Arjun's going to go down like he's shot by a sniper. So with some assistance from Arjun, Langley is going to get a penalty there for interference, and the Colts are going to get an early power play. But it's going to be Langley that gets the good scoring opportunity on this power play. As this player is going to rush down the right side. He's going to take advantage of a forward playing D on the power play there and go in with a backhand shovel on net. But Nate's got it. Here's Langley again coming down the left side this time. This puck's going to get thrown towards the net slowly. Nate's going to cover it up, but watch this player coming in late. He snows Nate right in the face. Now, it looked pretty intentional. The snow landed right in the mask area. That's going to draw a bit of a crowd there from the Colts, but no penalties on the play. Colts now in the neutral zone. Seth's going to make a nice move to pull it around that defenseman, and the defenseman then comes down with his stick, although it looked like maybe Seth was already falling before the stick came down, but either way, another penalty to Langley and a second power play opportunity for the Colts. Colts are going to get a decent chance on this power play. It's going to get pushed out to Jackson Mum on the point. He's going to whip that towards the net. It's through two screens. I don't think the Langley goalie saw it, but I think it might have been off his mask and to the corner. Power play over, and Langley back the other way. There's an innocent shot from the slot, and it bounces off Nate, and it's right there, laying there for the Langley player, but it looks like he heels it back towards Nate, who then covers it up. So the Colts dodge a bullet there. A little later, we see Nathan intercept that puck down low in his own zone. Then he's going to take it for a skate. 1-on-4, he's going to drag it wide, wait for players to catch up to him, and he's going to see Noah out front. A nice backhand pass, and Noah one-times it on the net, but the Langley goalie steers it aside. Here's Langley winning a draw, putting it to the point. It gets thrown towards the net. It hits Nate. The rebound's there. That player gloves it down and then sweeps it on net, but Nate lunges out and directs the puck wide. Here's Arjun coming up the right side. He's 1-on-3, so he delays and waits for assistance. Then he throws it on the net, and the rebound comes out to Mack, and he sweeps it with a backhand and misses. And there's Mitchell with a big slapper, coming in for the one-timer, but it's into the goalie's belly and covered up, and so we're through to the second period scoreless. And here's a face-off deep in the Colts zone. It goes over to Mitchell, who tries to put that forward for Mac, but he doesn't see it coming. And it's a turnover for Langley. They throw it towards the net, rebound, and it lays in the crease. And then the players are going to come together in the crease area. Mac and a player from Langley are going to get the hands up on each other, and the referees are going to send them both to the box. So it's going to be 2 minutes for roughing to each player, and we're going to remain 5-on-5. But it won't stay 5-on-5 for long, as eventually Jackson Davis is going to pick this puck up. He's going to drive down the left side, try to take the puck hard to the net. He's going to get tangled up with the Langley player there, and then the puck is in his feet, and he goes into the crease, and while he's there, he shoves the goalie a bit, and that's going to draw a crowd of Langley players until the referee is able to separate them, and he's going to send Jackson to the box. 2 minutes for goaltender interference. The Colts do manage to kill that off, and now back when it's 5-on-5, here they are pressuring in the Langley zone, and that player's going to throw it up the middle. Tyler's going to intercept it and walk towards the net, put it over there to Jackson, who puts it over to Arjun, and he tries to slide that into the net on the backhand, but the goalie gets enough of it, and then it's loose behind him, and the goalie reaches out and covers it up. This game is going to finally get its first goal as Langley is working in the Colts zone, put it out to the point. It's going to come over to the point here on the right side. That player's just going to throw it towards the net. And there's a player off to the side of the net who tips it past Nate. And Langley's got themselves a 1-0 lead. The Colts try to bounce right back here with some hard forechecking. That player gives it up along the wall to Noah. He walks in, puts it towards the net, and then there's a mad scramble in front with players whacking away. Seth in there trying to get it to go through. The goalie eventually covers it up. Players have to be separated. Once again, a lot of scrums in front of the net in this game. And the Colts are going to look to take the puck to front of the net again. There's Jackson Mum with a point shot. Jackson Davis eventually gets it, throws it on net. It hits the goalie in the shoulder. And then as he's behind the net, he's going to get shoved down from behind. And so Langley is going to get what is called a hooking penalty on that play. And so to the power play go the Colts. And they are going to take advantage of that power play. Jackson Mum working it up high. Nice little pass over to Nathan. He throws it on net. The rebound fall down for Richard. He hits it once and hits it a second time. And it's going to slide through the goaltender. And some excellent work in front there by Richard to get the power play goal and even this game up at 1. Just a minute later, the Colts are on the forecheck again. It's Seth working hard down low. He's going to force that player into a mistake. He's going to give the puck to Jackson Anderson eventually here, and then he's going to take it behind the net. Bobbles it for a bit. It's going to get hung up on the back of the net, so Noah's going to come down low and battle that player and eventually get it. And while no one's looking, he's going to quickly pass it out to Seth, who's just standing there on the edge of the crease, and he's going to shovel it home while the goalie's looking the other way and on the other post. And a quick turnaround here for the Colts has given them a 2-1 lead. They're going to be looking for a 2-goal lead here as this puck's going to come right out to Richard. He's going to throw it towards the net. And it looks like it tipped off a player and went wide behind the net. Jackson Mum has it now, and he's going to turn it over, and Langley's going to come back the other way. It's a 3-on-2. The back check by the Colts here, not very strong. 2 players just gliding, and that's going to allow this turn into a 2-on-1 down low. Linden has to play it as a 2-on-1, and that player is going to get the puck that goes off of Nate and lands in behind him. He's going to slide that into the net, and we've got ourselves a tie game again. Next up, we see Knox retrieving a puck in his own zone. He's going to take it around behind the net. That forechecker is going to pursue him, get his arm wrapped around him. Knox is going to go down, and the ref is going to call a holding penalty, it looks like, the symbol he's making there. And that other player is going to come over and gesture at the referee, hey, that was a dive. And he's going to keep talking to the referee on his way to the box. And watch right here, he's going to actually make a movement towards the referee again. The linesman has to stop him, and that's going to be enough for that referee to give him an unsportsmanlike penalty on top of the hooking. And so it's going to be a 4-minute penalty to Langley and a 4-minute power play for the Colts here in this tie game. So with just a few seconds left in the second period, the Colts have this face-off in the offensive zone, and Jackson Anderson throws it out front to Seth, who sweeps it on net. But a save there from the Langley goalie, and that's going to send us to the third period tied. Colts, however, remain on the power play. And here's Jackson Mum at the top of the circle. Put it over Arjun, who throws it on net, but it's saved. But just before that, the goaltender cross-checked the player standing in front of the net and knocked him down. And so the referee's going to call the goaltender for cross-checking, and the Colts are going to have a 5-on-3 power play. But that power play is going to lack precision, and that's going to cost it from generating any good opportunities. Here we see them working it around. A little bit of a bobble there from Jackson Mum. He's going to take it to the wide. He's got Tyler on the far side. He finds him, but that skips over Tyler's stick. So he goes and grabs it and resets. He takes it up high, and he's going to put that down low to Nathan, but it's out of reach for him, and so he has to regroup with it. He puts it out high to Jackson Mum again, and he puts that over to Nathan. And when he goes to shoot, he misplays it. So constant misplays here by the Colts on this power play has resulted in them not being able to get any grade A chances. 5-on-3 does continue with a different set of players, and this one tips off that defender and then off of that Colts player, and it's out high, and that stick is in the skates. And I think if it wasn't 5-on-3 already, that might have been a tripping penalty, but the player comes out of the box, and Langley come down the other way, gets a shot off. Colts now on a 5-on-4 power play and working it around along the half wall. It's going to eventually end up over here on Jackson Mum's stick, and he's going to walk it down low to the corner after playing catch here with Arjun, and then he's going to have Richard in front of the net. He's just going to throw it towards him, and it's off Richard's leg and into the net, and Richard has 2 goals from right in front, both of them on the power play, and the Colts have restored their lead. It's now 3-2. So if you watch this, you're going to see Richard's leg move a little bit in the air, and it looks like it's off his knee and in, and because of that, the referees are actually going to have a discussion about it and try to decide if there was a distinct kicking motion there that could cause this goal to be disallowed. But after some discussion, they're going to point to center and call it a good goal. The Colts lead stands. Langley will be looking to tie it, and here comes a Langley player with a determined effort. First, he's going to skate through 3 Colts there and intercept that puck that Knox shovels up the wall, go around Knox, and then come in alone, and Nate's there to steer it off to the corner. Puck is now deep in the Colts zone. The puck's going to end up over in this corner. Wes is going to pick it up. He looks up ice, makes a nice outlet pass to Mitchell, who's going to go down the right side with it. And then he cuts back to the middle, whips it on net, and the rebound pops right back up to him. And then a skillful second effort, bats it home past the goaltender with his own rebound. And the Colts have restored their 2-goal lead in this game. Colts will be looking for more. We're going to focus on Seth there right in front of the net. And he goes to get that. That player runs into him, and then he gives him a pretty minor shove back there, but the referee is going to deem that worthy of cross-checking and send him off to the box. So Langley is going to get a power play to try to get themselves back in this game. And here they are on that power play, putting it up to this player. Is going to go hard down the right side. He pushes it backwards, and backwards again out to the point. And this player on the left side now is going to have it, and he's just going to throw it towards the net, and it's going to find its way through all the bodies and up over Nate's shoulders, untouched by that player in front of the net. And the Eagles have cut the lead in half. They're down by 1. Colts looking to restore that 2-goal lead. Here's Tyler. Good forecheck here. He's going to put pressure on that player. He's going to steal it. He's going to throw it to Arjun, who throws it towards the net. Looks like that hit the defenseman's stick, though, and went wide into the corner. Colts continue to battle there along the wall. Jackson Anderson putting it down low to Arjun. He's going to throw it on the front. It goes past Tyler, but it goes to Orson, who scored from there just before the Christmas break to give them a win over Chilliwack, but that's into the Langley player's glove. Here the Colts lose an offensive zone draw, and then Arjun tries to help out and draw a penalty in front, and then Linden makes an ill-advised, high-risk attempt to try and keep that in, and it results in a breakaway, but Nate's there to stop it. Now we're going to see Mac pick this up in the neutral zone. He's going to take it for a skate. He's going to try to go around this defender, and as he does, he's going to stick his knee out and take him down. You see the defender look at the referee, fully expecting, I think, to get a penalty, but no call is made, and so it's down to the other end now, and this player, as he takes it behind, Knox goes after him, and it looks like he clips him a little bit, and that player falls there, and this time the referee does put his arm in the air. So a bit of a swing there where one penalty is not called and the other is, and the Colts now have to kill another penalty here late in third, up by 1. So here they are on that power play, moving the puck across to the player who scored the last goal. He moves it neatly to the middle, and that shot on net. There's a rebound, and there's a mad scramble in front, and eventually Nate's going to cover it up, and you're going to see the Langley player come in late and put a little spear on the puck, so Nathan takes exception to that, and then that Langley player is going to take a sweeping punch at Nathan's head, and so potentially a lot of penalties that could have been called there, although that was a bit of a glancing blow when you do see it in slow motion, but no penalties are called. And the Colts are able to kill the penalty. So here we are, back 5-on-5. Langley going to work it to the right point this time. One-timer misses the net, but it bounces here to 21. So he just fires it towards the net. Nate has to make one save and then another one off the rebound until Nathan comes in and clears that player away from the front of the net. And that's going to be a bit more of a scuffle there behind the net as tensions remain high here late in this game with the Colts up by 1. And here they are trying to defend another defensive zone face-off. That shot gets put wide, and eventually the puck goes towards the front of the net, and it's going to get bumped out here to Mitchell, who has it. He wisely just flicks it in the air so he doesn't take an icing, but it's actually going right for the front net, and that player has to dive in and sweep it away. Then Seth gets it and throws it towards the empty net. It's in, but the net is off by the fallen, sliding Langley player before the puck goes in. Now, normally, if you put the net off when it's empty, that's an automatic goal, but the referee is going to deem that that was unintentional. So we have just a minute and 9 seconds left in this game. The Colts again working down low, trying to defend. Puck comes out to the point here. They put it down low, and it's going to end up here on Richard's stick, and he could clear the zone, but it's too weak, and it's easily kept in there by the defender, who then puts it down low behind the net. Here comes Bryson, and now he has a chance to clear, and he gets more mustard on that, but not enough. It doesn't get out. It goes right to the line. It stays in, and that puck just gets thrown towards the net. That looked more like a pass than anything else. And then Nate looks like he tried to pounce on it to cover it rather than just making the save and covering it afterwards. And that slides right through him. And Langley, against all odds, has come back to tie this game late with just 40 seconds left. And so the Colts have let another third period lead go, and they'll have to settle for a 4-4 tie in this game. So let's have a look at the stats for the game. 2 power play goals from Richard, 2 power play assists from Jackson Mumm, Seth and Mitchell with the other goals. Nate having 37 saves in this game, as Langley did have a lot of shots on net. We'll have a look at what that does to the season stats. Jackson Mumm with his 2 points, slowly creeping up on Jackson Anderson at the top of the table. Seth remains all alone in third, and Arjun now all alone in fourth. So the Colts now having yet to win and coming out of the Christmas break, a loss and a tie. Let's see what that does to the standings. There they are in 5th place. But it is still tight. There's still only 3 points out of first, although the first place team, Burnaby, has a game in hand. One of the teams ahead of them in the standings is Richmond, and that is who the Colts will be playing next as we look at their schedule. That game against Richmond at home next Monday, and then those other 3 games, that's after they go down to Phoenix for a tournament. So why there's a big gap there between those games if you look at the dates. So if the Colts have any designs on finishing first this year, or if they want to help their case to finish in the top 4 and get a bye, they're going to really want to win that game against Richmond on Monday, and we'll be there for it. We'll see you then.